The pros and cons of investing in international market. I get asked this question quite often. Let's talk about the pros. You get to diversify your portfolio. Meaning to say, if you have one investment in Malaysia and you have investment in other countries, say for instance, United States or even China, basically you are diversifying your portfolio out of the country. Meaning to say, if the condition in Malaysia is not so good, at least it may be offset by a better performance in your US markets or even your China investments. The second pros is that you are able to access to bigger companies. If you look at companies listed in the US or even China, they are even on a much larger scale. So you're actually able to invest in companies who have much better global reach or even much larger in size. As for the cons, well, ultimately, my view is that there is really no difference whether you're investing in Malaysia or overseas, provided you do your homework. Meaning to say, you know what you're investing into. It does not necessarily mean investing locally is safer or investing globally is safer. Whether is it safer or risky is really depending on the basic question: do you know what you're investing into? On the con side, when you're starting to invest overseas, there is forex or foreign exchange fluctuations which you have to take into consideration. You may make 5 to 10% out of your investment, and if the forex were to move against you by 5 to 10%, net you're actually not making any gains. The second con is that, you see, when you invest in your home market, you are in the home market. So you're more familiar with the regulatory situation, you're more familiar with the environment, you're more familiar with the economic condition. When you invest overseas, you are not there most of the time. So that is another risk that you have to take, unless you spend a considerable amount of your time in the country that you invest in. That will be necessary for you to actually mitigate the risk. As I mentioned earlier, pros of investing in the local market is that you're familiar with it. You know the economic situation, you know the political situation, you know the business environment, etc. So it is better for you to make an informed decision and also to monitor the progress of the company that you actually invested in. The cons, of course, is diversification. So assuming that all your portfolio are in Malaysia or in the domestic market, if the economic situation is not doing well, then definitely, or the stock market condition is not doing well, then your overall portfolio will be affected on that basis.